What is going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. The new patch hit us last night and they made quite a few changes. So today's video will be a tutorial on how to build Nature's Spirit. If you haven't really been a Nature's Spirit builder, or if you were never there for the Elf Guardian kind of meta, then this will be kind of new to you. And I've already checked it out through games all of last night, and this is definitely going to be a strong build coming into this season. Nature Spirit, Guardian, and Elementalist. So really the core of this build will be your 4 Nature Spirit, your Guardians, Harley, and Aurora. And that's pretty much it. So you can actually just win with the core build. And that's for the most part, that's what I'll be showing you here today, how to do it easily. So the first thing you need to think about at the start here is grabbing your Grok, your Harley, any Guardians, and any nature heroes. Now I consider those your core heroes, so the heroes that you have to have in the build to win. So make sure you grab those coming up into the first fate box. Lose some hit points so we can get an item. If you don't have to use Ragnar for this build, so if you are using a different commander, just up to you whether you risk hit points or not. But especially with the Nature Spirit build, I like Ragnar because late game we're going to be timing people out, and it's really going to lead us to the late game victory. So as I was talking about the core hero things, you can see that I'm at 19 gold there, but I'm not going to sell any of these heroes because they are my core heroes. So we could get to 20 gold by selling one of them off, but not going to. Just keep them there, and that way we can rely on them here soon. Now, as far as items go, guys, there's one item you must have, otherwise you're just not going to win, and that is the magic defense item, the Monastery of Light item. So since we're doing a Guardian tank build, when you get that Monastery of Light, you can throw it on your tank that is right in the middle, and no longer will the 6 mage teams be able to burst you down. So that's really your only counter here because you're doing Guardian Elf. And with the swordsman nerf, and they actually nerfed the attack of everybody by 20%. So that's why this build is so strong right now. It's because everybody's attack is nerfed, and they buffed the region of 4 Nature Spirit. So super tanky. It works out really well. So since we're doing a full tutorial here on the Nature Spirit, I'll give you really a tutorial on Ragnar as well. So we've lost every round so far, which means we want to continue to lose because we're getting so much gold from our loss streak. So we take out our Grok here because to ensure that we don't win, because we just looked at everybody's power, and with our Grok in there, we definitely would have won. So I like to use this loss streak. Loss streak, exactly what it is, all the way up until the first boss, if I can, meaning if nobody else is risking hit points, and I don't automatically win versus them in the first few rounds. So if you can make it to this point, losing the whole time, especially with Ragnar, because with Ragnar you don't have to worry about your hit points, so that's why I like to use him. If you can lose all the way up to this round, you should be looking fairly good on gold. And as you can see here, we got our kind of core build set up. We have some tanks, we have the 2 Nature Spirit, and this is just kind of how you get into it. And we have a lot of gold coming in. Now we got the Monastery of Light there, which is huge. And I always just throw it on Tigreal and leave it on him for the rest of the match. Because his placement where he is right now, guys, I like to leave him right in the middle, right where he is. Never move him. Now that we have the Monastery of Light, we can put all of our heroes around these tanks, and we don't have to spread anything out. We can just leave them all crammed there together. So it's really nice, really easy to deal with, especially once you get the Monastery of Light. There's no reason not to jam them all together. So not going to be too powerful until we get the 4 Nature Spirit and Guardian in. So now that we have the Grok and the Harley, which are definitely going to be your two like main damage dealers early. So make sure they're in, and then start to work your way up to 4 Nature Spirit. So now that we're looking pretty good here, we can just chill, wait, and then put in the Belric for 4 Nature Spirit. There's a huge buff from 4 Nature Spirit to 2. So it's going to make a big difference. Also, guys, Eudora, really good hero. This game in particular, there was, I think there was 2 or 3 other teams building Guardian Nature Spirit, so it was hard for me to get heroes. Now, this is another big part of Ragnar, guys. Once was it the second Fate box, or the first Fate box with an upgrade comes. I try to keep my hit points at about 30 or 40. And then right before the round to get the upgrade, I will take everything out, take the hit, and I would say usually probably like 70% of the time this works. Take the hit and then just get the upgrade, heal back up with Ragnar. So go ahead and do that, grab my upgrade. Now we have an extra slot. We're looking really good and comfortable. So once you start to use Ragnar, get a little more comfortable with that, you're going to find that that's a really good technique to set you ahead of the match. So even if you don't need that upgrade right then and there, you're taking it away from someone else. So you're hindering someone else's team, which is superb. So now we have the 4 Elementalists in there. We just need an Akai to complete the Guardian. Now, nothing is really, as you guys can see, everything is just level 2. You know, nothing's level 3. We didn't really stay a low-level commander for long. We just focused on finishing our build, getting everything in there. And because the 2-star Mia it's not a big deal to 3-star, guys. So if you're not finding a ton of Mias, don't stress about it. Just move on. Honestly, late game, Eudora is going to be better anyways. You get her to 2-star, and she's just going to be one-shotting heroes like crazy. And she's going to heal up. So really good point. Really good build for points. So now we have the 4 Nature Spirit in, and you guys are going to see how the build is really just starting to come online. And also it's very fun to watch. So now we've completed it, the tanks are going, and we just get to sit here, enjoy the thickness. Because we are super thick, and that's how we're going to beat everyone out. So like I said, the Monastery of Light, have to have that item. It's really the only way you'll beat mage teams. So without that item, they will burst you down. But if you have that item with all your heroes all together, tank in the middle, and has the Monastery of Light, just like Tigreal does, they are not going to be able to burst you. So super important item to have. Other than that, Magic Lifesteal, really good. Winter's Scepter, probably even better than Magic Lifesteal for Nature Spirit, because you already have so much regen that giving yourself you know, a revive or a Winter's Scepter to make sure you don't die off is really going to be important. So now that we have everything in there, we can kind of chill out and really just need to put Aurora in. So she's kind of the last hero that will turn on. It'll give us an Elementalist synergy, and then it will also give us a Mage synergy. Even though Harley has a Mage Blessing here. So if Harley didn't have that Mage Blessing, we wouldn't have a Mage bonus. So usually when you put Aurora in, she'll give you a Mage bonus and an Elementalist bonus. And if you guys didn't know, Elementalist synergy gives everyone mana. So it's just going to make Belric, Grok, everybody proc more, and it really synchronizes well with the build. So this is the main point. Get to this point, get your Guardians, your tank. I like Tigreal because I want them to come to us. I don't like Johnson. I want them to come to my Belric right up front, and it works really well. So getting into these later rounds, like I said, we don't have a 3-star, we don't have a heavy carry. All we have is just some level 2 tanks. And you can get to this point, throw your aura in, and then now just level everything up, baby. So now we focus on trying to get these Guardians to 3-star, trying to get Grok to 3-star. If you are getting a ton of heroes early, you can 3-star early. But since other people were doing the same build as us, we just moved on, and this is a consistent way to win your matches. So really, really strong build right now, guys, and also very enjoyable. So you see that the 2-star Aurora with no items on her, able to take out their main carry at the end there. Just super funny stuff with the Nature Spirit. Also, with this build, you can add in quite a few things. So you can get Kadia's synergies. You can put Kadia's synergy on Grok. You can put it on Belric. Those are going to be your main like tank damages. So that's who you would want to put the Kadia synergy on. You can try to go for 4 elementalists if you're getting blessings. And you can also add in poison if you're getting a lot of blessings. Add in a Hanabi, add in a marksman synergy. So there's a lot of stuff that if you're getting lucky on the blessings that you can kind of add into this build to make it thicker. And what I'm showing you right now is really going to be the baseline of it. So the very, very simplest way you could build it, I guess. And it's still strong, you know. This is basically a game without much luck, so. Now we are going to just start grabbing whatever we can at this point. Not really imperative to save and upgrade our commander here, because we're pretty much set. We have everything we need. We just need to upgrade a little bit, and we'll be looking fine. Now once you get Belric to 3-star, he's going to be amazing. Grok at 3-star, really good. You got to keep in mind that Grok doesn't have your Nature Spirit effect. So he's probably going to die off, whereas the Nature Spirit heroes, they will stay throughout the whole round. And Eudora is going to be doing really good for your team. So if you can find a revive item, like an extra revive, throw it on her. Great item to keep her alive and keep just one-shotting heroes with her skill. Now as far as positioning goes, I like to put a Kai in the back there. That way, if we go versus a Northern Vale team, they will hook him. I like to have Belric right where he is to do big AoE. Grok right next to him on the corner. So that way, when his AoE goes off, it will kick through the field. So he starts left, and he'll swoop right, basically. So this is, the positioning I really like. If I don't have a Monastery of Light, I might spread out my heroes, so that's why I just make sure that I get a Monastery of Light. A lot of people don't take the item for some reason, so it's usually pretty easy to get. Now let's see what happens here. I think this round, my Winter Scepter did not go off there, and you're going to see the difference. So they were able to beat us here. And we almost lost, but it was because the Winter Scepter didn't go off. So you're going to see how much of a change it is once the Winter Scepter actually goes off and they switch their damage from Belric to the rest of the team. So that's why it's going to be imperative for this build to get tanky items, revive, Winter Scepter, anything that is going to keep you in play longer. So here we're going to see the Winter Scepter actually work, and they'll take their focus off Belric, gives him time to heal up with Nature Spirit, and it's that easy, boys. The tanks will end up on top. So as long as you can just give it a little time, they're going to end up on top in the end, as long as they don't get bursted down. So revive, Winter Scepter, defense items. And And that's about it, guys. I hope this tutorial helped. This is going to be a really good way if you want to grind out some points, get some wins right now. Go ahead and use this build while it's buffed. As you can see here, the Winter Scepter worked again, and just way too thick for them. Not really much they can do. We also have heals from Franco, so we would have healed up if we lost here. And that's just kind of how it goes. That's why I like using Franco for this build. And yeah, so hopefully this guide helped, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.